John, another good win on Saturday against a tough team who we've had to play 3 times in the last 4 weeks. Must be getting sick of the sight of them.
I'm sure they both were actually. I'm sure they were sick of the sight of us as well, especially when we won the majority of these games. So yeah, I'm sure we were. It's always difficult when you're playing teams back to back. Really, really difficult. More or less back to back. Obviously, we had Darvel in between. There's a familiarity there. There's little bits that can bleed over from one game into another game. And fair play to Alloa, they put everything into it, absolutely. And playing like that, they are going to cause problems for other teams as well. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But we were delighted to get all 3 points. Callum scored a cracking goal. And we defended really well. And you're going to have to do that, and that's really pleasing, is how we've been defending much better. And kind of like recent weeks. So that stands in good stead going forward, and particularly going into this game at the weekend against Airdrie.
A really tricky one. I think they've obviously proven to be a tough team for us to break down on a number of occasions over the last few years. But currently we're on a 9 unbeaten run in all competitions, I think, so probably in the best place going into this game that we could have been.
Absolutely, yeah. We respect Airdrie immensely. They're a very good football team. They have not changed an awful lot from last year. The manager moved on, but with Rhys McCabe, who was a player, and Callum Fordyce, who was on the coaching staff anyway, becoming like player manager and player coach. No an awful lot to change, so they could continue to develop the way they were playing to make it better, and they've done that. And before the ball was kicked, you would have expected Airdrie to be right up there come the end of the season. And of course, they look very much like that's exactly what they're going to be. They've had themselves, back-to-back games with Dunfermline. They could easily have came out on top, certainly in the first game, being 3-0 up. Big change in the game where they're sending off and getting a penalty. And fair play to Dunfermline to fight back, absolutely, and to win the game. You've got to give Dunfermline credit on that. And then last week at Dunfermline again, putting Dunfermline to the test. So they've shown to everyone that they're a right good side, and we will need to be at our best. Absolutely, they're even better on their home pitch. So yeah, we respect Airdrie. We've looked at them, and we know what we'll have to do, and we'll need to be at our best. Absolutely.
Going into the game, how's the squad looking? I know that there was another positive as well from the win on Saturday with young Max Kushere coming on to the park. Needs to get that right there.
Impressive pronunciation. Well done.
Yeah, Max came on obviously under not ideal circumstances with Henderson coming off, but he looked really solid coming on for his first game.
Absolutely, he's a good player, Max. As I mentioned on Saturday, we're bringing in Archie Mikkelsen, and then unfortunately getting the injury and having to go through an operation. We were still looking for someone to come in and fill that kind of position in the team, giving us strength and depth and being able to go the whole the rest of the league campaign and perhaps a little bit more, who knows. And we wanted to have the ammunition in all areas of the pitch to be able to do that, and I'm very happy with the squad. So yeah, really thank Callum Davison, Stephen McGlynn, and everyone connected at St Johnstone for allowing Max to come. We're delighted to have him. He's technically very, very good, as everyone would say on Saturday when he came on the pitch. It was a blow to lose big Hendo. Hendo did brilliantly well down at Darvel, and he's been doing well, So we went with the same team because the team's been winning, and it's been difficult to, it's fair play to the boys who have been doing the business, and that's exactly how you would go about it, So, but when Liam took the injury just before half time, I quickly had a wee word with him, and he said he wasn't going to go out for the second half, but then during half time kind of eased off a little bit and he wanted to give it a go. Fortunately, it only lasted 5 minutes, but again, that meant the opening for Max to get on the pitch, and he acquitted himself really well. Very composed in the ball, can see his passes. You can see he's predominantly left-footed, and he's a little bit step ahead of guys at this level.
Does that create a wee bit of a problem with you now in terms of maybe defensive cover? Because I know that Brad's also out as well.
Yeah. Liam, the way it's, it kind of was, Liam was our kind of like cover to go back into central defence if we had an issue. That would be the one who we'd kind of like use now. He's Liam's trained today. We're hoping he's going to be okay. Brad's got a little bit better as the week's gone on. He's done a little bit more. So we might be okay at the back. We might be okay at the back. You didn't ever want to be down to like 4 defenders, and that's the kind of situation that we were in. Only 4 defenders. You're kind of scared every day in training that you lose a defender, and you're really, really like struggling. But I think we're not so bad off, and hopefully that'll be the case. Come Saturday, that maybe we've got, Liam's okay and Brad's back. But yeah, I mean, it does also lead into this having really, really good options, but difficult decisions to make, really difficult decisions to make, because the guys have been doing really, really well. And Max just came in and showed what he's all about. And so it just means that everyone's got to be on their toes. Everyone's got to be training well. Everyone's got to be playing well. That's what competition is. And when you're trying to be successful, you need competition.
Well, hopefully that shows on Saturday, John. Thank you for your time and all the best.
Thanks, Adam.